Subscribe to the YouTube Saints, because even I do charity. For tax purposes.
And so, yeah, right there in front of my eyes, like 54 live pelicans come walking out of the cavern. And I said, This is what I get for looking up magician's acts on Pornhub. Never again. Never again.
Jesus fucking Christ. What the
Hey.
fuck?
Hey, Pelicans, how are you guys doing? Look at that. That was a great transition to the show I did just there.
That was quite well.
I know y'all appreciate the artistry of finely crafted comedy honed over the course of decades. And then, it's the kind of thing I clearly spend way more than 20 minutes thinking about before the show goes. But yeah, here we are. Sunday night. You know where you are. You know where you're supposed to be. It's YouTube Saints Live. Tonight we've got one of our most exciting guests ever. He's going to teach us all how to at least acknowledge what absolute shit losers we all are, so we can feel better about.
This isn't good enough. What's going on, everybody? It's Sunday fucking night. It's time for the YouTube Saints. We've got Brad motherfucking Warcock in the house. I am so fucking excited about this shit.
House. I haven't been excited about an intro like that since 1994. All up in the house.
I feel like my nipples are about to explode right now. I am super fucking stoked about this shit. I am super, and this isn't fake either. I'm sitting here trying to keep it contained and shit. And I'm like, yeah, it's a good show. It's gonna be great. No, it's gonna be an awesome fucking show, man. Holy shitness, shit biscuits. I can't even enunciate properly. I can't even elucidate how excited I fucking am tonight.
Don't try and oversell it or nothing.
It's the tequila talking. I have all this extra tequila left over. No, it's true though. I have all this extra tequila left over from Cinco de Mayo.
There's no such thing as extra tequila. It's just tequila that you have.
Extra tequila is only a matter of time.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's right.
We're gonna have to end every half decent joke with the head bob.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know how I've practiced in the mirror. I can't.
The only other person I think who could really pull that off is probably Tyler, the creator.
Yeah, that's true.
he could probably sell the whole character too. Yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a show though, and actually a big thanks to, I believe it was Rhino, right? Who finally actually bothered Brad enough to get him on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been trying, yeah, but it was you guys, it was you pestering them on Twitter, and this is a great thing to do at Bill Burr, just saying. But yeah, apparently it works. So actually, like, a huge thanks to you guys, the audience, who not only make the show possible, but also make it better with every passing week.
Harass potential guests.
Yeah, and fuck knows Jeff and I aren't going to make shit better. We're just going to coast on the same thing until, well, the wheels fall off. And
that's correct.
Then we move over to BitChute.
That's totally
that kind
correct.
of thing. Yeah.
So, God damn it. The fuck. Let me go over here real quick. Rhino says both mics sound ambient. I am going to check that out here in a minute. Do you want to get to our first news story while I check that out?
Yep. Actually, pulling in the news here, the first one's kind of a heavy deal, kind of a sad thing, kind of a not happy thing, but kind of also an unsurprising thing. Alexei Navalny, detained at protest on eve of Putin's inauguration. So, in case you guys missed it, they had themselves another election in Russia, and Putin won yet again. This will be his fourth term. Story is from New York Times. Moscow. Thousands of demonstrators turned out in Russia on Saturday as part of nationwide protests 2 days before Vladimir V. Putin's inauguration as a fourth term as president. In Moscow, the police clashed with protesters, turning a central square into a swirl of swinging nightsticks and shoving matches. I almost read that as shoving machetes. Would have made it a little more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Russia. Give it time.
This isn't Brazil. This is Russia.
Yeah. Protesters chanted "Down with the Tsar," and some wore paper crowns as a taunt against Mr. Putin's lengthy rule, now extending longer than any Russian leader since Stalin. Before I keep going, I do want to just kind of comment on the fact that, and I'm not pointing fingers at Red Hats or anything here, but it was kind of funny because of the sort of seemingly nice relationship that Trump has had with Russia and Putin in general, and the Democrats' scorn and ire over it, that it did seem like a lot of people who oftentimes like to call themselves anti-authoritarian seem to take a kind of shining look at Vladimir Putin. And it's a little ironic because this is a president for life we're dealing with, who is the guy. I mean, like, and I'm not even knocking him, honestly.
Name, yeah,
in all but name. He's former KGB. He'd be Russian mob if he was bored enough and had the free time between riding bears and going fishing. And yeah, it's a thing that I think a lot of people in the West oftentimes forget about Russia is that they have a long history of getting royally fucked by every one of their neighbors. So Russians like a strong boss who assures them no one will fuck with Russia. Putin's pretty good at reassuring Russians that no one's going to fuck with Russia on his watch. But at the same time, we do end up with something of a rather repressive, authoritarian, one might almost say brutal, one might almost say despot in the meanwhile. Now, a group that monitors arrests, OVD Info, reported that Saturday evening the police had arrested 703 people in Moscow and about 1,600 throughout Russia. As big as Russia is, 1,600 people is not necessarily a lot, but to be arresting 1,600 people for protesting, well, yeah, we have free speech rallies over and over again here in the West to celebrate a thing that we forget not everybody ultimately has.
That's true.
Yeah. Among these arrested on Saturday was the opposition leader, Alexei Navalny, who organized the rally, Russian news agencies reported. So they're arresting political adversaries. That's always a good sign. The protests pose no real risk to Mr. Putin, who polls show remains popular with most Russians. But they illustrated that not all Russians were acquiescing to Mr. Putin's step-by-step rollback of freedoms won after the breakup of the Soviet Union. Again. Keep coming back to this. It's like people need to read the news more. Russia will be free, the crowd in Moscow chanted. Putin is a thief, others yelled. We are fed up, Irina Shizlakova, a teacher of Russian literature, said. I think we'd get along, she and I. Long, depressing conversations. Speaking at a rally in Moscow. Mr. Putin had been. Oh. Wow, they put their quotes in a little strange here. Mr. Putin had been flexing Russia's muscles geopolitically while neglecting the well-being of people like her at home, she said. See, you guys are getting quotes. Fucking New York Times, get better editors.
We are tired of the pointless wars. No,
we are tired of the pointless wars. You see what I'm saying there? It's
no, I do. Like the too long didn't read version of this is simple. Russia is having a bit of an identity crisis. Putin is very quickly becoming a president for life in everything but actual name, and he's doing so to the perceived thunderous applause of the Russian people, whether that's actually the truth or not. These types of weird political situations tend to have tight controls over the polling mechanism, so I mean, who really knows? But there are obviously some people who don't like it. They decided to exercise their protest against it, and they went to jail. They went to Gulag.
Yes, no free speech for you. You go to Gulag today. Huh?
You go to Gulag, comrade.
Bearing in mind, even modern Russian prisons probably aren't that much better.
True.
So, but yeah, let this be a lesson too, because I mean, if you guys remember back during the election, especially the Putin memes, they were just everywhere. They were on fire, weren't they? And it was like, oh, we shouldn't be afraid of Russia. They could be great allies. But yeah, we need to remember what it is we're actually dealing with when it comes to the Putin regime. A little strong arm. He's a little authoritarian, and that's something we're supposedly against. Just pointing that out there.
True.
So next one though, this next one is some serious shit.
Bar 2 says, all hail Jeff and Nick, I guess. The Nick's great.
I dress well all the time.
I've got this, I don't know, people are commenting on what I'm wearing tonight. This is like some throwback to Tim Burton shit. Like, I guess, I don't know. So maybe that's what it is. It's the shirt.
Just wanted to get fancy. Just a little fancy.
All right.
Dress as if.
In more international news, China bans Peppa Pig because she promotes gangster attitudes. Oh, that's right. Tattoos of the character have become popular amongst a subculture of people. Peppa Pig? China? The fuck you say? Popular children's cartoon character Peppa Pig has been blocked from an online video channel in China after becoming associated with a gangster subculture. I don't know about you, but that pig is a straight fucking thug.
I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the post-show photoshops we're going to be seeing in the Discord chat.
Ooh, yeah. The search term #Peppa Pig was removed from video app Douyin, making as many as 30,000 videos of the playful pink piglet unreachable, according to reports in Chinese media. The censorship came after Peppa's likeness became popular with a subculture of internet users known as Shihurin or Society People, a group who some say hold anti-establishment views and gangster attitudes. Users
Straight
have
gangster.
gangsta, man. That's the new thing. We've got gangster icons here in the West. You know, you got your Tupac and your Biggie. You know,
Kanye.
no,
The guys from Enron. Wait, what?
fuck, god
Oh.
damn it. But over in China, man, you want some gangsta shit. You know, that's Peppa Pig.
Wait, sorry. I'm sorry. I just got hung up on your phrasing there. I know there was a comma in there technically, but it sounded like over in the China man, you want to get some gangsta. What?
If you want to get some gangsta cred, you gotta get like a Peppa Pig neck tattoo or some shit.
Peppa Pig neck tattoo, and then a Xiaoping entourage. You know, just a bunch of 7-foot tall Chinese basketball players to follow you everywhere you go.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Users have reportedly been using the character in subversive memes, spoof videos, or in the context of vulgar or lewd jokes. The Global Times said, society people who have embraced Peppa as their unlikely symbol are those who run counter to the mainstream value and are usually poorly educated with no stable job. That sounds oddly a lot like people who used to post about Pepe here. So
what if that's the problem? There's like one person at like the foreigner information ministry in China who got the memo badly wrong, and they were supposed to be banning Pepe, and instead they banned Peppa Pig instead. And it's like right now he's just being executed behind a chemical shed somewhere. It's like, how could I? He's thinking to himself, how did I mistake a cute pink pig for a nasty green frog? State education, everybody. Don't ever trust it. Homeschool your kids, folks.
They are unruly slackers roaming around and the antithesis of the young generation the ruling Communist Party tries to cultivate. The piglet, who's usually seen playing with friends in the mud or taking part in other wholesome adventures in the original British show, is presented in a different context entirely in the memes. One example features a scene where Peppa says, "I like this, it's very grown up," at the start of a lewd rap song. The fuck is wrong with that?
Oh, and that I'm just wondering what kind of wholesome British activities that the Chinese couldn't like. I mean, does Peppa go around like making fun of the French? I don't see how Chinese could be against. I don't see how anyone could be against that.
No, not really. Let's see. Other videos are reportedly sexually suggestive. Many such clips have gone viral, despite the ban. Related terms including pig or Peppa are still searchable. Peppa has
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Hey, there you go.
Hey, oh wait, hang on. Oh shit. That if one of you guys makes videos out there and I don't get to it first, and you want to cover this China banning Peppa Pig story, you feel free to use that name, Salt and Pepper, and just give me a little credit in that description there. I know I forget it sometimes, so I'll understand if you do too.
Peppa has even become a popular image for tattoos, with Douyin reportedly users encouraging each other to get one. While some tattoos are real, many have opted for temporary versions, with tens of thousands bought by consumers online. Jesus Christ.
The catchphrase, "Get a tattoo of Peppa Pig, give a round of applause to gangsters," was also blocked from being searched on microblogging platform.
Weibo.
Weibo, which posted a message saying it was acting in accordance with relevant legal regulations. It's like, my memes fall within regulations, Minister. You can't touch me now. Like, oh, it's true, you sneaky bastard. Hell, fuck you for knowing the regulations so well. Fucking meme regulations.
Whereas pretty soon in the UK, you're gonna have to have a license for fucking memes.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to do memes, you got to get them cleared through the Huffington Post or the Guardian board of approval right there. It's like, well, we've got these trendy millennials who come from a very smart neighborhood in London, and they're gonna let you know if your memes are too spicy.
So this is interesting though, because China has been doing a lot of internet censorship. They previously blocked Winnie the Pooh after the tubby bear was compared to President Xi Jinping. So yeah, that's China's got an issue trying to administrate their fucking country and their culture. Holy shit.
I just want to find out that, like, the amazing world of Gumball is like a celebrated cultural icon to them over there, and then we can all bash them for appropriating subversive shitposty cartoons for children. I love that fucking show, by the way. Smash that one button if you ever seen Amazing World of Gumball and you're not ashamed to say that you're in your 30s, perhaps, and still enjoy a good Cartoon Network non-adult swim show from time to time.
I actually do really kind of like that show. Caligator says, "Stream blessings. We are in the presence of the saints of the Warcock himself. We are resplendent with their glory. May we all indulge in in bacchanalian celebrations of such, and drink deep a draught of the night's festivities. Also, get on the after show tonight." That's true. After every Saints, there is an after show at twitch.tv/Caligator, Caligator. Sergeant Buck says, "I didn't choose the pig life. The pig life chose me. Hashtag pig Heil." True. And Bard2 says,
"Goodbye, monetization."
Yes, we barely knew ye. Unfortunately. Bard2 says, "First message Squigums created. Love you both." Aw, love you, buddy.
Cool.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. This is the one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this to you because I'm sure you got more to say than I do.
I do, and this next news article, I'm actually going to be making a video about it this week, probably early this week, because I have to get back to work on some of my other content that I've been putting off. But Trump appointing Dr. Oz to his Sport, Fitness, and Nutrition Council. I got a great pause game right there with that picture of Trump. Pretty happy with that. That's a good one right there.
I feel good about that.
That's the that's the face that I made this morning when the tequila shits were finally done from Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I think we all look like Trump at some point in our tequila shits.
Yeah, that's a tequila shit face. The White House announced Friday that President Donald Trump intends to appoint Mehmet Oz, better known as Dr. Oz, to his Council on Sport, Fitness, and Nutrition. Oz is well known as a host of an eponymous television show on health and medical issues, and before that, for appearances on the Oprah Winfrey Show. He's become a lightning rod for controversy for featuring what critics say is unscientific advice on his show. Yes, he.
Do you have any examples in mind, Jeff?
There's a lot. Okay. In 2014, a congressional panel questioned Oz over his promotion of weight loss products on his television show. The scientific community is almost monolithic against you in terms of the efficacy of the 3 products you called miracles. Here's one of the things that's really important you got to keep in mind about Dr. Oz. This is actually really fucking important. You got to keep this in mind. He is a fucking established surgeon. He is a real fucking doctor. The dude is not dumb. He is smart as fuck. He knows better than what he does. He knows better. There is no excuse for the shit that he says. No fucking excuse, because he is not a dumb person. He's devilishly intelligent. Let's see. The following year, a group of doctors criticized him harshly, saying he manifested an egregious lack of integrity in his TV and promotional work and called his faculty position at Columbia University unacceptable. His defense to this was, "I bring the public information that will help them on their path to be their best selves. We provide multiple points of view, including mine, which is offered without conflict of interest." Bullshit. Fuck you. And first of all, this is the thing. Any fucking doctor who's gonna use flowery fucking language like, "Honestly, I'm just trying to help people on the path to be their best selves." Fuck you, shut the fuck up. Fuck you, you're a fucking doctor. That's not how you're supposed to fucking talk. You're supposed to talk about analyzing and diagnosing illnesses, finding the best path of treatment to those illnesses being fixed. You're not the kind of guy who's supposed to be being like, "Well, maybe your individual life path is pointing you towards a different destiny." Fuck you, fuck off, shut the fuck up. That is not your fucking job. You fucking
the Atkins diet didn't really prove to help anybody, but I think on your particular individual journey, maybe it'll work.
Your energy fields are pointing me towards this supplement. By the way, you can buy that over here at droz.com. It's very, very affordable. It's competitively priced.
I hope he ends up on Alex Jones. I really do.
Okay, the White House also announced on Friday that Trump will appoint former bodybuilder Lou Ferrigno, famous player for playing the Hulk in a television show, The Incredible Hulk, and New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick to the council for 2 terms. 2-year terms.
Okay,
for 2 year
Belichick
terms.
I can understand.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. No, the Council on Sport, Fitness, and Nutrition. Okay, sport, fitness, and nutrition. Fitness, you're going to appoint Lou Ferrigno. Okay, fine. Dude knows how to bodybuild. That's okay. It's going to be a little weird. He's definitely
Schwarzenegger was on that council back in the Bush years.
Right, and that's totally fine. I have no problem with that. Sports, You're going to get the biggest fucking cheater ever in the fucking history of any sport to be on the council for sports?
I said a win. I said a win.
I fucking hate the Patriots.
Everyone else does too, but I mean, that's what, that's it's lonely when you're on top. That's all.
And then for nutrition, a guy who can be bought and sold. Even though he's an established fucking doctor with all the credentials that he should possibly have, you're going to have a guy who can be bought and sold by whichever fucking nutritional supplement company is currently going over there and sucking his dick and shoving a bunch of cash in his fucking pants.
Yeah, but in context of the administration, is it really all that out of sorts? You got... Yeah, no, you got a guy who sells shit products to make money, and shits all over the good name of an otherwise respected and venerated position. I would say Dr. Oz and Donald Trump are two peas in a genetically modified yet still somehow homeopathic pod.
I'm vibrating with rage.
Well, it's probably because you've seen the world through cat eyes and everything looks like a mouse.
Anyway, yeah, so that's dog shit. Expect a video of me absolutely losing my shit relatively soon.
I am personally looking forward, though, to, seeing a press conference. Like, I'm very happy to have Lou Ferrigno here, and just him for, what?
What? He's so fucking deaf.
It's it'd be great too, is if Lou Ferrigno couldn't make it, and instead of actually getting another bodybuilder, he's just get another one of the Hulks. Which one? That Eric Bana guy did a great job. No, we can't change his mind now. Shit, he saw Eric Bana doing a Gillette commercial on Fox and Friends this morning, and now it's just in his mind. Fuck. Eric Bana was objectively the worst Hulk. We can all agree on that.
I really hate Mark Ruffalo. A lot. A whole lot. With a fury of 1,000 fucking suns, I hate Mark Ruffalo. So
I can't divide any hate I have for Mark Ruffalo, though, from the fact that I hate that he replaced Edward Norton, who, despite being an impossible guy to work with, apparently, he still played the Banner role better, I thought.
He's all right, yeah. It was a weird.
I mean, he's no Lou Ferrigno, but
he was being trained in that movie. He was being trained by one of the Gracies in how to control his anger. I thought that was kind of cool.
Ed Norton.
Yeah. In that movie, they actually had one of the Gracie family legendary jiu-jitsu instructors. He played the dude. If I'm not mistaken, he played the dude who was teaching Edward Norton how to keep his fucking shit calm.
Okay, I thought it was something Norton had as a rider in his contract. I need an anger coach on site to help me deal with the anger that I'm going to need to develop to play this role. And it's why do you need that? Because it'll cost you money. That's why. Because that's Ed Norton style.
Yeah.
He's a great actor, impossible to work with, apparently.
That's the rumor around Hollywood for sure.
That's why there's not many movies outside of shit Wes Anderson can cram him into.
Let's see. Rather controversy. Hey, what's up, buddy? This is coming this summer. Jeff Holiday is Lord of the Pause. Oh yeah, because I paused the Trump face. That was pretty good. Giovanna Liviano says, I knew you were talking about the Patriots when you were talking about cheaters. Of course. The Patriots are fucking cheating sacks of shit, and they're the worst football team.
They're the best cheaters in the NFL.
And I have fucking so many issues. I swear to God.
You got to remember, dude. Up here in New England, it's one of those we got to take what we can get, and we got to steal what we can't take, kind of things.
Right. I know. All right, so let's get the legendary Mr. Warcock on.
Yeah, that's what you've all been waiting for.
Let's see. Here we go.
Life is like a penis. Sometimes it's hard.
A collection of your mistakes is called your experience. A collection of your parents' mistakes is called your family.
Posting to YouTube is like starting middle school. You're gonna take a lot of crap from 8th graders. Great things are always done by a team. When you see something great, tell people you were part of the team. Everyone's beautiful, but not everyone sees it because others are so beautiful. In comparison, you look like shit.
And there we go. All right, excellent, everybody. Welcome to the YouTube Saints, the one, the only, Mr. Brad Warcock. Mr. Warcock, how are you tonight?
Well, I'm happy to be here. You know, I've always said the greatest reward to success is sharing it with others, so they can see I am more successful than they are. And this is just another opportunity to do that.
Well, we are. We. You have a tiny trophy.
He'd give those out if he could find anybody worthy of winning them.
That's
Not a
most inspirational speaker in the world, right here.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
show us the one for best up and coming psychic. It looks curiously the same, but
I want to tell you guys. I want to show you something. Since there was someone on Twitter doubting my psychic abilities, I have predicted 3 words that you will say in this show. I wrote them down in advance, and I have them written here on a piece of paper. Number 1, an unusual word, rarely said, but you've already said it since I've been on the show.
Warcock. That's true.
Ah.
That's true.
Oh.
We did say that. That's amazing.
Number two.
Welcome. Oh, welcome. Wow. Okay. That's holy shit. I did say that, didn't I?
It's kind of mind blowing. Oz.
Oz.
Whoa. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna call it here. Just in terms of YouTube history, like, yeah, you guys might have thought that the death of the skeptic community was gonna come at the hands of the blood sports and drama scene kids, but no, it came at the hands of a psychic who completely demolished the very concept of skepticism right here in front of your eyes. Everybody, welcome Brad Warcock. Smash that one button. and smash that F button to pay respects to the death of skepticism. We now know psychics exist, and they're not all giant black women
with bad fake Jamaican accents. So you started out getting pretty goddamn big on Vine, didn't you?
Well, I've always been big. It's just people discovered me on Vine. I've always been big. That's the thing, is that I don't feel that I was brought into the world. I thought the world was brought into me. And that is how, it's really how I've developed as a human being. I've spent most of my life helping people, really, helping people to see what they really are. You know, I like to think of myself as Accutane for the soul. Because most people...
Some people just can't handle it.
People can't handle it. And you know what? To make your soul better looking, you have to sacrifice a lot. And mostly you have to sacrifice your exterior.
I was fucking on Accutane as a kid. This is like a whole fucking crazy level for me right now. Holy shit.
And I knew that. And you know why? Because I am tuned in to your psyche.
I feel that you are so tuned in. It's
I
almost a violation at this point.
I honestly feel inspired. Like, you know, I think, you know, it's going to be like a hashtag Warcockism to say things like, you know, sometimes to make yourself more attracted, you need terrible scarring so you look less like yourself. Yeah? Picking up what you're putting down here, man. I'm liking it.
It's hard. What a lot of people don't realize is how hard it is to be this good looking. And you're instantly the subject of a lot of jealousy and a lot of hatred. And I think that came up earlier with the whole prom dress controversy. Now, I think what you see there is when someone sees how good looking she is, a lot of ugly people on Twitter get upset and are looking for reasons to bring her down. And I know exactly how that is because people were doubting my psychic abilities. And why were they doubting my psychic abilities? Because someone psychic can't be this good looking. And boom, there it is. And
not only that, I mean, I bet you could probably
Checkmate
pull off
skeptics.
that prom dress even better than she did, right?
I'm blown away because the further our conversation goes on, the more I'm sold that you do have psychic abilities because you just called what we were gonna do for our cringe of the week. You just called what we were gonna do.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? The thing is, with my psychic abilities, the past and the present and the future, they all get mixed up because they're so clear to me in so many ways that I can't keep track of order sometimes. And that is one of the hard parts of being so smart that you see things that other people don't see yet.
This is fucking amazing. I'm fucking losing my shit, man.
You should be.
I should be.
Sometimes I want to go back to that comment before, though, the notion that sometimes you're just so good looking you're going to just receive like, you know, hate that you can't do anything about. I think our numbers here at the YouTube Saints reflect that, don't you, Jeff?
Sure. I'm fucking losing my mind.
Let me just clarify. I don't expect either of you to understand that dilemma, but I think that
I respect people who do, though. See? Oh no, you've actually gotten. See, we used to have a thing called Floor Jeff, which would actually require about a half a bottle of grain alcohol, and then he'd just fall on the floor and not get up. But you've accomplished that simply by making him reflect upon himself in a deeper way that I don't think he has before. Look at him; he's like a young, newly born creature weeping at the beauty of the night.
I feel like I'm being.
It's wisdom. A lot of people cringe at my wisdom. They're on the floor when they realize the kind of wisdom I bring to the door. And that is what has happened right now. And Jeff, I'm going to ring-a-dong for a holiday.
Yeah. I swear, okay. I'm completely flustered, man. I don't even know. I've been making my living now for 3 years, trying to debunk and demolish pseudoscience. We finally get you on the show, and within like, I don't know what, 7 goddamn minutes, you've completely ruined my entire world. I'm a destroyed man.
I have opened a new world to you. I have opened a new world to you. And
I don't want to.
It is from this moment forward, you will be a different person. You will watch Dr. Oz, and you will realize, hey, this guy's got a point.
On his head, maybe.
I mean, and Jeff, you don't need to give up debunking pseudoscience. You just need to accept the fact that you just had your mind blown, and that's just science. I will steal every line from Anchorman tonight if I can get away with it somehow.
That's fair. That's fair. No. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay. No, that's absolutely wild. No, I find it funny though because I went back and I was looking at some of the old Vine compilations and whatnot. You were the most self-aware fucking person on that platform. It was incredible.
I mean, in fairness,
often imitated.
As much as a compliment as that is, though, let's just bear in mind that's not exactly relatively difficult on Vine.
No, that's true. No. That's very true.
But it is good. It's kind of like when I play golf with friends at 5:30 a.m. and stream it to Twitch, and I'm the #1 Twitch streamer streaming golf with friends. I feel pretty good about that. It's like, yeah, you're also the only one. That's because I scared off the competition.
But wisdom is a whole different ball game. If you excuse the pun there, I'm not coming in here as New England Patriots, where I just come in there and, I'm just because I'm good looking like Tom Brady.
Yeah, you're also the only one.
I'm the only one in the ball game.
My tablet restarted.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I'm the only one in the ball game right now. In terms of like superhuman wisdom, there's some people who are trying to get it, who are trying to sort of, if you will, take my shtick. But you'll notice I have a very big forehead, and that's because I have a very big brain. Mm-hmm. And you cannot just stick all this wisdom into the tiny brain you find out there on the internet. That's just physics.
I totally agree. I mean, like, it's not that I used to have like 3.5 foot long dreadlocks that were tearing all the hair out from the front. It's actually because my brain has been growing, and I just had to clear some real estate to like just hold this massive super brain myself. So I feel you.
Well, Jeff, I have that effect on a lot of people. When they start watching my stuff, their brain grows.
It's true.
And that's been it.
Hey, but like mine, I'm not getting psychic abilities from it. I'm just filling it up full of pointless Star Trek trivia.
What is pointless about Star Trek?
Well, nothing. Oh, God. Oh, don't even get me started on Star Trek. But unfortunately, because I don't get to see the future, I can instead bring back the relation to current events to that episode on Star Trek that one time.
And you can also take it in terms of like how to improve yourself. For instance, like while Kirk was off banging and slaying all the red, blue, and green pussy he could find, McCoy was the one who was constantly saying what he isn't. Right?
Oh, you're right.
It's not a go-getter
I'm a doctor, not a bartender.
That's a negative mindset. Yeah, it's like, I'm a doctor, not a bartender. I'm a doctor, not a slayer of alien vag. Well, you could be if you stop saying that all the damn time.
Mm-hmm. You gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah, see? I mean, granted, I wouldn't recommend continuing to fill your head up with Star Trek knowledge exclusively.
Well, we all make choices now, don't we?
Yeah, we all have places. Who was your favorite captain of Star Trek?
Oh God, that's a terrible question. That's because it's an impossible one. It's an impossible one.
He's gonna say Janeway.
No, oh my God, no. I mean, when I was growing up, my dad worked too much, so I always like envisioned Captain Picard was my dad. But Avery Brooks was just so fucking woke, man, and so fucking good, so good. Cisco was the shit. I think I gotta go Cisco. I really think so.
I personally liked it best in the future episodes when Riker was a captain and then an admiral, because you could see how the bureaucracy of the military world eventually ground down that freewheeling rogue spirit that he had. So there was an aspect of realism to that I appreciated.
I liked it because I saw a man slowly tortured into old age. That's a good answer, Nick.
All right, while I sat in the darkened room looking at the bright and flickering screen, I watched a man who I once idolized fall to ruin. Never felt better.
Well, both those answers are wrong.
Oh, okay.
Those are not your favorite. They're not your favorite captain. Your favorite captain is James Tiberius Kirk.
He was a good one. He was a damn good one. That's
Shatner.
for sure.
He was no Captain Pike, but yeah.
He was by far the best actor.
Yeah, it's like, listen, nobody here gets points for being obscure.
The Shat is a force of nature. Not only did he play the eponymous, amazing Captain Kirk, but also he was a hell of a sci-fi writer. And everybody hated him because he was a giant jackass, and that actually makes him
are you
even better, if you ask me.
Are you talking about the Tech War series?
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't actually write that.
What?
No.
Get the fuck out of here! What?
No, they slapped Shatner's name on that to sell books. I read it I remember reading when I was a kid, and my dad was all into sci-fi literature like crazy, and he's like, yeah, Shatner didn't actually write those books. They did that a lot. They do that a lot. A lot of celebrities,
I feel like my whole world is falling apart this episode.
This episode has destroyed his worldview, and that's what I'm here to do. That's what I do on a daily basis.
I kind of feel like I'm starting an apprenticeship right now. I'll run in the other room and grab my glasses just so that I can see the world clearer.
Everything's dead.
Yeah, no, but even if it's the case, you can't. There's shit you just can't take away from William fucking Shatner. I mean, in terms of like the icon he's become within the sci-fi world and in entertainment in general. I mean, Boston Legal was the William Shatner and James Spader show. That's all it was. Everyone's like, oh, what do you think about that side character? There are side characters. What? Yeah, it's and more than that, one of my most favorite, proudest Twitter moments was making fun of Matt Smith while he was playing Doctor Who with William Shatner through the account of Nathan Fillion. So it's like, wow, I got to team up with Captain Kirk to make fun of Doctor Who by barking insults for echoing through Mal Reynolds. Thank you, social media. I'll forgive you for about 3 years for all of the sins you'll commit.
I actually feel slightly less nerdy now.
Yeah, see? Look at that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea.
Well, I mean, the people who matter do. And that's what matters.
Fair.
That's why we broadcast those conversations, Jeff,
All right, so Brad, what makes Kirk the best captain, though? I gotta know.
Bravado.
Yeah.
Self-confidence, originality.
Mm.
These are all things that I see in myself, by the way.
Attractiveness.
Of course.
That alpha vitality.
Alpha. That is a very good adjective in this, even though I guess it's originally a noun. In this case, it would be an adjective. Alpha. Yeah. And it's Greek, so that's even better because a lot of people won't understand that out there. And I like to confuse people first so they realize I'm smarter than they are. And
Right.
that's when they get on board.
Right.
So alpha, I think, is a good. Another description that I would say with him. And
But-
as an individual, I actually got to meet William Shatner. Let me tell you something. Disappointing, because he is not James T. Kirk.
Or TJ Hooker. I was crushed.
Give up.
You must have
That's
been-
when I realized this guy is a good actor because he is nothing like Kirk.
And that's when you realize that he is a true winner because he can convince an entire generation of people that he's better than he actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, he is one of those people like myself who's been the subject of a lot of ridicule. You know, people are jealous and they come after you when you're successful, you're good looking, and you're talented. And when they see that, what they call trifecta, they get angry and they come after you. And so Kirk Shatner has actually been able to ride that ridicule to the top. And I also credit him with the origination of rap because his album came out long before the first rap album ever came out. And you can look that up. And he was not singing, my friends.
No, he was not. His rendition of Mr. Tambourine Man is quite possibly the dopest, freshest hip hop I have ever heard in my life.
Very true.
That was the first rap album.
Fuck you, Blondie.
What the fuck? What was? Oh my god! I gotta find out what the name of his album was. Jesus Christ. I can't even remember his name. My mind is so fucking blown right now. I'm shaking. I'm shaking because my whole world has been like torn apart right now.
Now, while Jeff looks this up, if you guys are so interested, we do have the world's preeminent psychic / life coach / religious leader here live on the show tonight. And if you'd like some of your questions answered, go ahead and ask them. And just remember, there are ways to get those highlighted in bright colors that'll make him notice.
The Transformed Man, 1968. He did renditions of Mr. Tambourine Man and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And that if you've never heard a hip hop version of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, that's where you listen to it. It's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
I'll be honest.
Incredible.
When we first started getting into the notion of him actually being the original rapper, I kind of thought he was just talking about the single season of Star Trek where everything he says is very rhythmic. It's like he was just missing the dope beats at that point, and it was just so, I mean, and once again, looking at the audience, I'm definitely looking forward to the those audio masters of you out there who can figure out ways to take old Star Trek clips and fit them into Wu-Tang style hip hop, because anything after Wu-Tang is kind of garbage. We'll be honest.
Hey,
What?
Childish Gambino.
Well, that's that's fair. But I mean, no, that's not exploding. Instead, it's like Lil Yeezy and Lil Speezy and Lil Xan and Little Klonopin. You know?
Okay, here's
little Oxycontin.
Here's a good question. So you travel a lot in the woke circles, Mr. Warcock. How do you feel about the woke levels of the Kanye right now?
Well, first of all, I want to make it clear, I don't just travel in the woke circles. I am 30% more woke than anyone else online currently.
I believe it.
All right. So, how do I feel about the woke levels with Kanye? I feel like Kanye has always been one of those people who has been waiting to be woke. You know, I actually worked with Kanye a long time ago. You believe it or not, before Kanye met me, he had a problem with self-esteem. I was able to repair his self-esteem. You don't know it. You wouldn't know it now, but at one point he did not love himself. And now he loves himself. And why does he love himself? Because he has realized what I have to offer. So is Kanye woke? Yes, Kanye is woke. He is woke. And if you talk to him and you ask him about what individual changed his life the most, you guys can go out there right now. And he will say, Brad Warcock. You're going to have to. His first one's going to be some Kardashian horseshit. And we know that's not true.
It's because
But when you
of his marriage. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but you know what? When you get past that, when you look in the eye and you say Brad Warcock, and he's going to give you a confused look at first. You say Brad Warcock, and he's going to start going, because deep inside, he knows. I was one.
We have a link to your channel here in the description, or at least we will, I'm sure.
Oh, no, it's in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there now. We got roughly about 175 people watching right now. If you guys want to remind Kanye of where he got his start by tweeting the short but brilliant videos from Mr. Warcock at him with the hashtag wokeness, we can't stop you from doing that.
Right, that's absolutely right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I mean, we had to bump Kanye when Brad here agreed to be on the show. It was a ground shaking moment in Saints history, all in all. But to say sorry, Yeezy, maybe see if you can Netflix and chill with Kim for a while. We've got a real guest now. Right. Well, it was quite a thing.
I would agree.
And you made a good choice. You made a very good choice. I think the one thing that a lot of people don't understand about Kanye is that his psyche is now in touch with a lot of the same realm that my psyche is in touch with. Mm-hmm. And
the dragon realm?
He's psyche fluid. He's psyche fluid in the same
it kind of goes dragon energy, Tupac energy, Brad energy, and after that you just disintegrate like Infinity War.
You can't maintain it for too long. You have to come in and out. It's something that I can't necessarily communicate to everyone. But Kanye was one of my students who really took it to heart. And more recently, he's really, come into wokedom.
He seems to have come into his own woke realm lately. He's not letting anybody hold him down. He's saying what he feels. It does definitely feel like he is now on the spectrum of wokeness.
He's done a really fine job of thinking in England while wokeness comes into and out of him over and over without sending him over the edge. It is pretty impressive. It is.
I want to tell you one thing. What Kanye realizes is the enemy of wokeness is consistency. And there's anything he's not, it's consistent.
That's right.
I apparently am like the wokest YouTuber on the website then. Holy shit.
I'm fucking writing this down, I swear to God. The enemy of wokeness is consistency. I might get that tattooed.
These things just come to me. They just come to me. It's not like,
It's.
I think it was.
Don't laugh at his method, dude. Come on.
No, I'm not, dude. No, I laugh when I get nervous, and I am in the presence of a woke master, and it makes me nervous.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so, God fucking damn it.
Do you want to run through some of the audience participation?
Oh yeah. No, I will. I got this. Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
I have code words for everything.
Fuck me. Oh my God. Oh shit. Actually, we have quite a few. Oh my God. Giovanna Liviana. I have two favorite teams: the Cowboys and whoever's playing against the Patriots. That's fair. Fuck the Patriots.
Haters.
Rimshi says, missed all the news because I was finding out my dad's tire blew out, causing him to spin out on the freeway, and was lucky as fuck he walked away from it. I'm glad I'm not missing the glorious Warcock. Well, he's here in all of his resplendent glory.
And it's a good thing, too, that after your dad almost died on the highway, that you were able to realign your priorities. So we're happy to have you here.
What I didn't want to tell him was that I was monitoring that accident in my psyche while I was doing the show to make sure that he'd be fine so you could watch the show. So that's the kind of thing that has to happen. That's the kind of level of wokeness that I'm at.
That's how we save the human race.
It's different.
If they weren't so ugly, I'm sure he'd be happy to.
That is a giant
It's
mug.
hard, you know.
It's hard. I mean, you save so many people, and then you look at them and you're like, ooh, why?
Rather
Can't take it back now.
Rather controversy says strap in and ride the Warcock, folks. Bar2 says blood for the blood god, lube for the Warcock. Indeed.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, I'm gonna try and remember that.
Anime Moon, would the venerable Mr. Warcock please say the following? The cuck father, you will fuck his wife on the day of his daughter's wedding. Oh. The cuck father, you will fuck his wife on the day of his daughter's wedding.
I'm kind of feeling.
That's what he would. I don't know. For some reason, he's asking you to say it.
The cuck father,
Mm-hmm.
you will fuck his wife
On the day.
on the day of his daughter's wedding.
I guess.
I think you nailed it there, Brad. I think you nailed it. I think it's exactly what he was looking for. I'm gonna call it a hunch.
That's one of those things that's rarely off my radar. But
That was surprisingly off on a different plane, I guess. Rhino asked,
must be very base, because I'm up here, and that was someplace else.
Yeah, that's the problem with being based. It means that you're under a more powerful man.
Rhino says, who do we match against Tony Robbins in a fight to the death? Winner gets to walk Brad's dog. Ooh. Yeah, would you go up against Robbins?
Is that to me?
Yeah, would you go up against Robbins?
Head to head. Robbins has been ducking me for years. Robbins knows that he can't hold a candle to what I got in this head. Tony, he's a machine. The Robbins man is a machine, and he is a cliche machine. But what he can't do is just get down to what's real. And that's what I've got. I've got real wisdom. And he is a robot. And I'll tell you one thing I learned. You want to take out a robot, you do it with creativity. That's how you take out a robot. And guess who's creative? Brad Warcock. Brad Warcock, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am the #1 inspirational speaker.
Yep.
It's
true.
It's true. It's true.
His steez is like, his steez is the EMP that the robots that are Tony Robbins fear. Now, just before we move on, I really just want to get this out there. I need to know, because now that you're on YouTube, do you think it's fair for Anthony Fantano to keep saying he's got the best teeth in the game?
There's no one who's got a better smile. You're addressing that to me. I hope you are.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at these.
Definitely.
Take a close up on these. Take a close. These are real. People think they're fake. They're that perfect. That's something I've been fighting my entire life. When I was younger, people mistook me for a mannequin if I was still.
You heard that? Yeah, did you hear that, Anthony? A new challenger has arrived.
All right, you get this guy's teeth up here. We'll put him up against my teeth. Anthony, my teeth versus your teeth. You're gonna walk away licking. You're gonna lick your chops. And you know what? I'm going into that mouth and I'm making sure they're all real and there's no caps and you're not bleaching your teeth and all that other crap. This is what God gave me. No braces. Look at that alignment. Look at that.
It's perfect.
Dental schools come to me and they model perfect alignment off of my teeth. And you know what, Anthony? I don't think anyone's ever come to you and said, "Hey, what does perfection look like?" And you know why?
Because they already know.
Now we know. Now we know why Duckthony Show Tano has not made it on YouTube Saints yet.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's
he got a message from future Warcock being like, "You don't want to go on that show and smile." But
I'm just losing it because Skype froze at the fucking perfect moment. The perfect moment when you were like, some people think if I don't move, I'm a mannequin, and Skype fucking froze for like 3 seconds. I just lost it. What a glorious night. Holy shit.
Higher level intervention right here.
I'm feeling
the energy. And I'm telling you something. By the way, if you check back in a couple of weeks, my psychic portal, I'm going to hook it up to a web portal. That's my vow. My psychic portal will be hooked up to a web portal so you can come to me and ask me your questions. And my psychic energy will synchronize with the internet. It will synchronize with different the packets as they're flowing across the channels. I will put packets onto the internet and answer your questions at my psychic portal.
And it'll remain monetized because YouTube will simply remain trembling the whole time.
That's right. That's right. Giovanna Liviana says, there's nothing meaningless about Star Trek. It is the one true religion. True. I feel that. Rhino says, having great men's names slapped on books would explain my Warcock encyclopedia set. Okay.
Oh.
There we go. Spectacular Wanderer says, oh, yeah. Why is Skype freezing? Why does it keep freezing?
Oh, that actually was Skype freezing. I thought it was just him proving that he could do it better than Skype.
Spectacular Wanderer says, I just want to thank Brad for making life better. Me too.
Yeah.
Rhino
it
says,
is a delightful. I mean, it is an honest delight, especially somebody who has no idea like what the content even is. I don't know what's wrong with them, but yeah, you just pull that up in like public sometimes and be like, hey, check this out. It's just like you're probably feeling unattractive because you're ugly.
Rhino says Brad Warcock 53% more woke than an Elon Musk frisbee. Did you see those frisbees?
I have not seen them. Where were they?
Elon Musk is selling frisbees, and all they are white frisbees, and they just say woke on it. That's it.
Fuck. No, you know what? Honestly, Jeff, we've been talking about
merch
we've been talking about new merch for the show for a while, but I mean, the fact that Elon Musk can actually sell those things says he is indeed that woke.
It's pretty fucking woke, man. It's pretty woke.
Yeah, that is woke.
Lord Squirrel, word up, everybody says when you hear the call, you've got to get it underway. Word up, it's the code word. No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be heard. The word is cummies. God damn it. You make me read. God damn it. What the fuck?
That was so well done. Thank you for that. That was...
So, Brad, every now and then, because our audience knows I have a triggering word. I really hate the word cummies. They'll write these very strange, weird super chats that make me try and read them, and I'm like, what is this supposed to be about? And then at the end, cummies. Oh yeah, okay, cummies. Okay, good. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Or Steel Panther.
Or Steel Panther.
Yeah.
Or corn lyrics. They make me read corn lyrics.
The thing is,
the band?
Corn
yeah,
the
he
band,
used.
yeah.
When I keep in mind when I say this by used to, I'm using used to in a present tense. But Jeff used to look like Jonathan Davis.
Yeah, when I used to have huge dreads and a bunch of facial piercings, and I looked just like the lead singer of Korn, and I mean exactly fucking like him.
And here's the worst part too, is like it really genuinely annoyed him at sometimes, but he had no idea how bad comparisons could be when my beard and hair grew in and I started being compared to Jesus.
It's better than a lead singer of a rap rock band, though. Honestly,
No, but the pressure, dude. I mean, nobody expected you to save their souls.
One more, and we'll take a break from these real quick. Wrath of Controversy says Hemlock/Warcock 2020 vote woke friends. So I've been seeing that quite a bit actually in the chat. There's been a lot of people saying that that Hemlock Moonwolf and Brad Warcock would make an interesting team. I mean, I can ask Hemlock Moonwolf, but I don't know. He's kind of a loner sometimes. He doesn't always work very well with other people.
Yeah, except Brad here has actually fucked the Earth Mother multiple times. Brad, are you Hemlock's father?
It's quite possible. I've had a lot of lawsuits against me, but I can't comment right now.
That's fair. That's fair. If you're not familiar with Mr. Hemlock Moonwolf, I don't know. He's pretty woke too. I don't know if he's on the same plane of wokeness as you are, He has exhibited some psychic abilities, but I don't know. He still might be lower tier than you. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
He's lower
Is
tier.
Hemlock-
But
What was that?
Brad, sorry.
I'm not familiar with Hemlock, other than I do know he killed Socrates, and
That's true.
That's
true.
why he was
did.
cursed to become the Moon Wolf.
He totally, and he did just recently butt fuck Gwyneth Paltrow. So there's that. There's that. Yep.
Who hasn't?
Me?
Oh, you're missing out. I mean, it's kind of like upside down starfish territory, but all the same, you're like, man, I'm gonna have the best fucking story around the Thanksgiving table this year.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's another really good question for you, Brad.
yeah.
So I don't know if you've been following like some of the internet trends, recent media stuff, but have you heard about this whole incel thing?
Sorry, everything.
Have you heard about the whole incel thing, involuntary celibate thing?
Oh, Incel. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about that. Yeah, I've heard about that quite a bit. Yeah, I feel bad for those guys, but you know what? Some people aren't good looking. What are we going to say?
But so like the main reason I bring it up though is because since it's become kind of like a firestorm of shit with the media and with popular culture, even if a guy is really unfortunate looking and he's not having any luck with the ladies, what with your all pervading wisdom, what is the best advice you could give to an incel to try and change his game up and actually enter into the procreation game?
Well, there's three things you need to be aware of. It's not all looks. It's not all looks. That's what you need to remember, you guys, the incels out there. Excuse me. Sorry, you don't have looks. There's two other things you can have. You can have a big dick, or you can have a lot of money. So I would work on getting either a big dick or a lot of money, and then maybe someone will find you attractive then.
Yep. Tenacious D actually sort of tried to spell this out in their epic movie, The Pick of Destiny, when they tried to introduce to the world the cock push-up, which, I mean, I know I do about 40 reps a day, 50 if I'm feeling saucy. Yeah, so lads, if you can't be attractive or make money, cock push-ups are the way to go. But I would like to, I mean, as Brad's self-appointed apprentice here, I would like to actually thank all the incels out there for being woke and wise enough to recognize when they're not attractive to be the Chad males that they wish. Now, we can't all be pudgy Frenchmen living in Vancouver, and some of us are just going to have to get over that fact. So, thank you, incels, for being woke enough to see your place in the world, and thank you, Brad, for having the foresight to psychically predict that they would need to one day anyway.
Indeed. God damn.
I guess, there goes all the credit I was hoping to make it like a genuinely sort of understanding video talking to incels, but I guess there goes all the credit on that one.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, thankfully,
thankfully
my patrons get laid often enough to where they'll still enjoy it.
I would, if I was an incel, which I mean, I have no way of really empathizing with that because look at me. But if I were, that's what I need to think about. You need to step outside yourself for a second. Step outside yourself. Step outside this repugnant shell that is causing everyone to step back.
Become the skeleton warrior you were always destined to be and step outside of that shell.
Look there and look at that. And from that point of view of the person who doesn't want to have sex with you, looking at you, what would you have to change to make your repugnant shell attractive to an attractive human being? Not even an attractive human being. Shoot for someone who's unattractive first. Yeah,
a living mostly alive even.
Yeah. Take a look at that. That's what you need to do. You need to pretend that you have my psychic abilities and put your mind in their mind and look at you. Because I'll tell you something. Even as unattractive as you are, as physically disgusting and repugnant as you are, If you had enough money or a big dick, you would be attractive. And that's something you should be working on right now.
This is gonna end up with so many incel forums. I'm glad. I for one welcome the new incel audience and all of their disposable income. We know you guys aren't exactly spending it going out. So, I know. Well, listen. I mean, if I'm gonna bury my own credibility in trying to make an understanding, compassionate video, I might as well go all the way.
I suppose so. God damn it.
Aren't you glad you brought that up, Jeff?
Yeah, no, this is
Aren't
the best
you
decision
glad?
I ever made in my life. Holy
Yeah.
shit. No, I think Brad nailed it though. Like either have a big dick, and maybe even join porn. You know, there is a huge market right now for extremely short dudes with big dicks. In porn.
Oh, actually, yeah, there was
Huge.
that whole e-fuck thing you were on about those weird, like that one sad man who just loved trying to take part in bukkake films, but
Oh, that's different. That's
Yeah,
that's
that is
different.
different.
That's
But you know what?
okay.
This might actually be fair, even in context of all the advice given, is that if you don't have a big dick and you don't have a lot of money and you're not attractive, if you can find a way to genuinely fake the kind of confidence that can attract the kind of people you will settle for, well, you know what? Good on you for doing that, because they were probably waiting for you to begin with.
Why the fuck did you
No.
have to bring up Corin? God damn it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brad.
Huh?
Okay,
Corin?
all right, fine. I've got to. Okay, I have
Corin.
to.
Sorry, you said. I'm sorry. You said
I
like.
have to.
I just
no,
heard you say, "Why'd you
here's
have
the
to bring
thing.
up Corin?"
You know what?
And I'm like,
no. Look,
was there a time,
I'm
Jeff?
gonna bring this up now. If anybody wants to really go down a fucked up rabbit hole, his name is Corin. Korrin. The website eFucked did 3 documentaries on this man. I would imagine he was probably an incel. He could not actually find somebody to copulate with, so he started joining gangbang porno auditions, and that's what he did. And so they followed him, but he had a problem because he couldn't perform. He couldn't finish. He couldn't do what he was there to do. And so through the series of documentaries, if you want to look them up, by all means go for it. Please have strong constitution if you do. The guy, in order to get laid, ended up going with the worst, most exploitative porno company available and had sex with an enormously fat woman while she dumped Cheetos down his, or no, not Cheetos, SpaghettiOs down his ass crack and ate them out of his butt, and then he had sex with her.
Listen, nobody's first time
Look,
is
nobody
all
is
that
beyond redemption. All incels can get laid. You just might have to lower the bar a lot, but you can do it.
You first lower the standards in terms of the women you're going after, and then lower your standards for what it is that you can live with being your personal legacy.
I don't know which hurts worse, like Brad Warcock here destroying all sense of skepticism I've ever had in my life and just ruining everything about my personhood, or Nick making me relive Corin and his adventures in bukkake.
I'm liking how this.
Well, you know, that sounds like a very insightful documentary. That that one there. And I'm sure the documentary filmmaker who did that, you know, he's probably working on some.
I like it.
Going to help us solve the energy problems of the world.
I'm sure he is helping to solve the energy crisis.
The Skype gods just then decided that knowledge was just far too like fifth dimensional 32nd degree woke to allow this public. So if you guys want to hear more about that, I'm sure that Mr. Warcock here will be releasing one of his stellar and extensive lectures, 40-second to a minute and a half lectures on the value of exploiting the incel for economic gain. Because Brad, you're a capitalist, right? How can you not be?
Well, yeah, I believe that the cream rises to the top, and when that happens, good things happen. That's what you want.
It's a night of spit takes for Jeff. Yeah. It's like, yeah, but I mean, the most important thing in that respect, too, is especially if you're trying to get into the bukkake industry, the cream does, in fact, rise to the top, but you need to make the cream first.
Oh, my God. Okay. Let's see. Noble Yeti says, just tuned in. Nice. Warcock, pinkies up, my dudes. Pinkies up to you, buddy. Bar2 says, Warcock telekinetically submitted this message. Really? Are you psychically infiltrating people's ability to super chat?
No, I mean, if he telekinetically did it, that means he probably wrote it down, opened his window, and then made it fly out the window off to their home where they just found it. That's impressive.
I'm sensing someone out there right now with a question. I'm sensing them. They have a question, and that question starts with a what. Someone out there has a question that starts with a what. Type it in right now because that is an important question.
Okay. We got a 15-second delay, so we'll see what kind of questions we get. Let's see. Wafflethorpe says, Brad, I'm so glad that I started posting your videos in the same server. Oh, go ahead. Please, go ahead. Wafflethorpe says, Brad, I'm so glad I started posting your videos at the Saint server all those months ago. Having you on the show is making my night. Nick, Jeff, love you guys as always. Wish I could donate, participate more, but hopefully I can next time Brad's on. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, holy shit. We're waiting for those what questions. Mouth says,
I've got a psychic premonition that Brad Warcock will once he clears his schedule up, will be back on the show once again to affect his wokeness onto you.
We do have some what questions. Okay, what would it take for Steve Shives to realize what a fuck up he is?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm so happy you know who Steve Shives is, and sad too.
I'm gonna say near-death experience.
Okay.
You clearly have seen the video in which his wife talked about going through his music collection. Yeah.
That's true.
No, I haven't. In fact, I just tuned that all in instantaneously. That's how I work. You know, a lot of people think you need to know something about this person or something about that person. But when everything is flowing through your head, it just comes to you. And that's what's been happening with me.
It's like waves.
Well,
it just like crashes into it.
Here's the thing. It's not easy being the Keys outside of rock, but some of us make it work.
Let's see.
Just hoping. I'm just like, it's like how many Dune references can I make work?
Aurora Tillett asks, "What is in my right hand?"
Very good question. More than you realize. More than you realize. That's what's in your right hand.
It's fucking definition of wokeness right there. God damn.
That's pretty. Oh my god, that's amazing. Q Book is like, what would it make to make Brad Warcock a permanent host on the YouTube Saints?
I'm not here to take other people's jobs.
I'm not. Chats.
More super chats. Oh shit, that's a
true alpha male knows.
I'll tell you what. You get Tony Robbins to co-host, and I'll take here. Robbins and I will take it over for one weekend, and we'll go head to head on giving advice to people. How's that?
Well,
just
okay.
We bring Kanye in as the guest. Kanye comes in as the guest. He can testify to how much I changed his life and how he used to be an incel. Believe me, when I met Kanye, he was an incel, and I turned him into what he is now.
Okay, I will legitimately say this. I don't know. This is just for me. I don't want to speak for Nick, but if we could get Tony Robbins on, I would
heartbeat.
I would totally let Brad and Tony Robbins like totally take over the show for a week.
Yeah, we'd sit here. I'd make snickering comments while I get progressively drunk over the course of the show, and you'd read super chats. And yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that kind of show.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if there's one thing a life coach is there to teach you, it's how to make money off of other people.
That's right.
Well, you know, I have a video about that, how to make money. And you'll notice that Robbins, soon after I did my video about how to make money, put out a book about how to make money. And how did he know that people would pay money for a book about how to make money? Because he watched my video.
That's right. That's right. He's
Basically,
kind of a hack, isn't he?
He did the long form written version of a response video. Like, I'm gonna respond to Brad here, and I'm gonna do so by agreeing with and expanding upon everything he says.
All right, so mouth. Oh, go ahead, please, by all means.
And if I might add, he's making a lot of money off of it. He's making a lot of money off of it. Unfortunately, that's the sad part. When people don't realize that there's another level to inspiration, and they seek lower level gurus.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mouth says, here's $5 to say for Brad to say the following: don't hate me because I'm more successful and attractive than you. Hate yourself for not taking my advice yet.
Don't hate me because I'm more successful and attractive than you. Hate me because you haven't taken my advice yet.
Oof. That's good.
Just as powerful live. Just as powerful.
Is that what it was?
That was pretty good. Yeah, no, that was perfect.
Honestly, if that wasn't what it was, that's what it should have been.
Lord Squirrel says, word up is a corn song. Death Shot, Hail Satan. Oh, God. Okay. You know what? I haven't done a Death Shot in a while. That's we'll call it 7. That's $7 towards a Death Shot. If you guys actually do want me to do a Death Shot, you know the rules. $50. That's 7 towards it. And I will do a fucking Death Shot tonight.
Okay. Yeah, and I do apologize for us doing death shots out of that bottle that was out at Kilroy, making it impossible for me to actually bring in my carry-on luggage because the American Airlines just knew what I'd get up to.
Have you? So. Do you know what the death shot is, Mr. Warcock?
It's a very large shot.
It's so what it is? It's Spiritus Zbigniew. It is a Polish alcohol. It is 96%. 192 proof. It even says flammable on the bottle. And if we get a certain level, then I have to take a fucking shot of it. This is what we call equality in this show, because Nick can sit in this frozen hellhole wasteland of New Hampshire, and I'll sit in my garage and have to kill my liver. So that's.
I have a premonition. Okay. I have a premonition that you will do a death shot. I have a premonition that the audience out there is getting ready right now to put together the means to make it happen.
Yep. Specifically through Streamlabs. That way 30% doesn't get diverted to Google.
I swear to God. It hurts so bad when they do, too. Serede Kuche says, close your eyes and go to a place with alcohol and edibles in this place, and you see a clown rubbing 2 pieces of styrofoam together. You're welcome to... Fuck you! Fuck you! Dude, what? God damn it! If there's anything that drives me more crazy than Cummies or Steel Panther or Korn lyrics, it's the idea of fucking styrofoam being handled.
Here's the fun thing for the audience to consider. It's sort of a quiz question, if you will. Who said this, Robert Greene or Brad Warcock? Never let your audience know your weaknesses. They'll only pay you to exploit them. Now, caveat, Brad might say that in the future.
God damn it. God fucking damn it.
48 laws of power, I only needed 15.
Oh, just the idea of it makes my skin crawl so bad.
The styrofoam or the death shot?
The styrofoam is even worse than the death shot. I don't think I can actually explain this. Like, at one point, I was moving and we had to unpack like a TV or something, and it was in a bunch of styrofoam, and they pulled the TV out and it's making that god awful sound, and they pull it off and it makes even more god awful sound, and they just keep handling it, and at one point it got so fucking bad. I'm trying to like lift a couch to move it, and the sound of that styrofoam hit me, and I fucking vomited all over the couch. It's that bad. I have that strong of a reaction to the sound of styrofoam being handled. It makes me vomit.
I can feel your pain. I can feel it. I can feel the experience within you, and I can see how it affects you. And I have a premonition
Okay.
I don't want to give you my premonition right now.
Okay.
I have a premonition, but I have a premonition that one day you will be dropped from an airplane into a giant box of styrofoam peanuts.
Oh.
And you will love it.
And you will appreciate, despite the sound, you'll realize that this box of styrofoam peanuts wasn't here, I'd be dead right now. And that will change your outlook towards styrofoam. And believe me, when it happens, you're going to do a special episode about it.
Yes. Yeah. I probably honestly will. I probably will. Okay. Let's see. Where were we at? Motherfucker. God damn. So that was the
I'll be
best
honest.
shot.
I kind of saw something a little crueler there. I guess my psychic intuition isn't fully honed, but I kind of felt something like I feel your pain. I do. I mean, if I was a lesser man, it would bother me. But you know.
Oh God! Oh no! The death shots are coming in. So Sister May says for Bukake from the trio of
From both
wokeness.
directions.
What's that? Yeah. So Sister May says for Bukake from the trio of wokeness. Indeed, indeed. Nightmare says I got to go. Got my first final in the morning. What class was it? What class is Nightmare going to?
Are you asking me?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They're not here
What
for
was the
us
question
anymore.
again? I mean,
She has to go, but she's got to do her first final in the morning. She's wondering what class is she having to go to.
Oh, that's good. I'm seeing it now.
Mm-hmm.
I am seeing it now. It's a trick question. She has no class.
Ooh. Liar. Liar,
Yep.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Lying.
Honestly, too, that was a set of double doors you pushed open and wedged open and then invited him to walk through. So you have no one to blame but yourself. This isn't the amazing salvio we're dealing with here. No, this is a real psychic.
What's with this fucking... Did I get it? I didn't get it. Motherfucker.
Nope.
Okay. Problems with recording in a garage. Okay, so Evelyn Lund Goldstein, what is the best prediction Brad's ever made? That's a good question.
The best prediction I ever made?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good question. I've made so many.
Earlier this week when you predicted you'd be on this show.
That was a good one. I saw that one coming in advance.
So did I.
I saw, what was really interesting one time was that I knew that, God, that was pretty obvious too, but I'm going to have to say when I predicted the army of robots that Elon Musk was working on that would eventually take on artificial intelligence in a battle, subsume the planet.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute.
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Oof.
I'm sorry I let you in on that one.
Oh, no.
But it's coming.
If your sex bot isn't aroused at the sight of you, an update won't help.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. I told you I get the past and the future confused a lot. What's going to happen is Elon Musk is actually currently building an army of robots to protect us from AI. And what he doesn't realize is that it's the definition of irony, because it's the AI in the robots that will eventually help the robots wipe out humanity.
I could totally see it. See it.
From the tomes, the ancient tomes of the Lesser Saints of Discord, a small YouTube show now, but the orders carried on over centuries. Now, it was said that the hero Bezos would rise up to try and protect us from this robot army. Praise Bezos, by the way. Praise Bezos. Did you see that, or was that just more religious hokum?
Oh no. I don't think I should be giving away all the details, but let me just tell you.
It's like, if you're doomed, do you really want me to tell you?
It involves a sponge, a large bottle of lube, and a steering wheel shaft.
Are you sure? Wait a second. Are you sure you weren't at Kilroy? 'Cause I think it already happened. That's a different show. Pornhub Saints coming soon. By the way, this episode of YouTube Saints brought to you by Pornhub Saints from the future. You're welcome.
Mr. Tickle Trunk asks, Brad, have you found something you can't do yet?
Fail.
Fail. Okay, fair. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Big Assassin, $5 says death. God damn. Redline donated. Thanks, buddy. Jables Boogly says, "What about the $20 I put in last time towards death?" Yes, I'm aware. We're up to
So what's the tally?
32. And Giovanna Liviana just said $10 towards death shot. That makes it 42. I'm $8 away from having to take one of those god awful fucking shots. I swear to God,
they are bad.
And I predicted it. I predicted it. I'll make sure you remember that.
I know.
It's like you and I have been drinking from the same cup. There's been loads of shows in which I predicted / encouraged / predicted, but also encouraged donations towards death shots, and my psychic premonitions ended up manifesting.
It's true.
Brilliantly.
It's true. Yeah. We're $8 away from a death shot. You guys hang out for just a second. I'll be right back.
He's gonna go just like plug his colon. just to make sure it doesn't blast out the bottom end there. Yeah, this shit though, legit. The first time, like, because it's been several months now. That bottle is only consumed on this show in shots, which I always thought was kind of funny. Kind of thought Jeff was just being a bit of a pussy, and then I went out and tried it myself, and I found out he was indeed just being a bit of a pussy. But no, it's like fucking paint thinner. I mean, seriously, it's so bad. It burns for a solid 20 minutes inside as though it's just fresh. And then you're like, my God, this is like I'm rotting. I'm disintegrating from within. And now I'm fucked up, and I don't mind so much. Yeah, it's flammable liquors, man. They're wonderful.
It's Everclear of some kind, essentially.
No. It's called Spiritus Zbigniew, and it's a Polish grain alcohol. It's 98%. I think 92% alcohol. It's basically a bottle of just pure grain alcohol, and it says flammable right on the bottle. And I mean it's one of those things like you throw it down, especially after watching one of your buddies throw them back and suffer. Then you're like, it's my turn. Fuck you, you're a pussy. Ha, that's easy. No, it's fine.
So Gary Sanchez donated and said death shot. Sester also said, come on, it's just one layer off your throat, Jeff. Death shot. Rimshi says, both my Streamlabs against death shot in exchange for a taser, otherwise for a death shot. It's too late, man. We hit it. God damn it.
Yep.
You know what? The Warcock strikes again. He fucking struck again. God damn it.
Get to it, Jeff.
Sergeant Buck says, choose life,
It's
Jeff.
a gift
Choose life.
and a burden.
This is all burden. This is awful. This is the worst thing on the planet. Oh my God, that was too much too. Oh no.
Yeah, I was explaining to him.
Oh God. Oh God.
The sight of it, the thought of it. He can't even drink water out of the tap anymore. It just reminds him too much of this shit.
You know what's so funny about the death shots too is like I've had people. I've had people like message me, like private message me, and they're like, "Why don't you fake it? Why don't you just not actually do it?" And I'm like, "Well, I could. No." Like I want authenticity. Like I will actually destroy my health for the foreseeable future for you because I love this show. It's great.
Yeah. I will actively slowly rot my internal organs out with paint thinner and acetone.
Mr. Warcock, if it's not imposing too much, Mr. Warcock, could you please send blessings to me? Give me some protection while I take this. Okay.
I know your feels, bro.
Just don't do that.
He's doing the Wakanda dance. It's okay. Blessings from Agrabah are coming your way, Jeff. Don't worry.
Oh fuck!
Or were you talking to me? Because I didn't do anything.
I just keep every time I look up, I see Brad.
Just voguing. When a beautiful man vogues, it's known as a blessing. So it's just old English we're dealing with here. Oh, there he is. And, yeah, just a couple more of them, and Jeff will be pretty sure we're back in the early '90s to begin with. I have no idea where he is. Like, whose garage is this?
God, it tastes so fucking awful, dude. Oh my god.
I know, and it's so hard for me to actually look at my marker as opposed to just actually watching you suffer.
Lord Squirrel says, "Death for the glory of Satan." It feels like I just had Satan's cock in my throat. Okay.
That's something you have a lot of experience with.
God damn it!
You know, you take one look at me. You take one look at me, and you don't think I've already had the devil's dick in my throat. Come on.
Well, there's an extra layer of problem to that particular joke, though, because that, like, the devil head used to be my old avatar, and there's enough fan fiction already, Jeff.
That's true.
Yeah,
there is a lot of fan fiction out there about you and I having.
Yeah, apparently we're like.
Yeah,
we're like the Winchesters from Supernatural on Tumblr in our own fucking Discord, and apparently I've knocked Jeff up about 4 or 5 times. Now, thanks, guys. By the way.
Yeah, no, we always appreciate it when you guys write fan fiction of Nick impregnating me. I'm really happy that happens.
Memory's happy it happens. Like, now you can kind of understand, at least in your worst nightmares.
Rather Controversy says Jeff Dimon. Oh, go ahead, please.
What does the baby look like? Have they given you some sort of mock-up of what a baby?
Are they?
Child looks?
He's basically asking, are they beautiful or do they look like you?
Fuck you! Fuck you! What the shit? Oh my god! It's not fair. Look, you know what? You two don't get to tag team up on me right now. No bullies. No bullies right now.
That's the next fan fiction, actually.
I swear to God.
Anna Hot of Hearts is gonna have so much content to be producing soon. It's gonna be terrible.
All right. Rather Controversy says Jeff demonstrating the dance of his people. Me flailing about because I'm having high octane alcohol. If that's me expressing myself culturally, that's fine. It's okay. It's about this time though.
Yeah.
That we've got to get to our undersubbed of the week. Our undersubbed of the week. So me and Nick picked this one this week. This is a channel by the name of Sadworld. Brad, you have the My Circle open, right?
I did. Let me switch over there. My Circle TV.
Yeah. Now, because we didn't get permission to show these folks videos, and honestly, this is a channel which we feel is undersubbed in terms of that for what they put out, they really ought to have more people watching them. They are both, this channel is bigger than both of ours, but
it's
all
huge.
the same,
it's super huge.
It's not super huge. They're still under 100K, but they're doing well, and they keep putting shit out, and so we're only going to be able to show you a short clip because, like, we already got enough DMCA claims coming at us already from Brad here, who will promptly forget he appeared on the show immediately after logging off. So to make sure that we keep things as on the level as we can, we'll only be showing you a short clip. But make sure after the show, and once you're done watching the after show, to go give at least one of these sketches a watch because you will enjoy it.
Yeah, let's check out a little bit of Sadworld here.
Young piss in the building. Little piss. It's your boy, pretty little piss. Hey, I shoot my gun in residential areas. I'll ghost you, dog. I'll take your Betty home, man. You don't know. What you gonna do about it? I'm gonna get a face tattoo before I'm successful. I'm hot fire. Gucci sweater. 5 mil. Cloud glasses, 2 million. Young piss, little piss dog. Cup of Joe, you're in your mom. Ice boy. I do Zans and I drink liquid heroin. Shoot 'em Zans.
I drink liquid heroin. I drink liquid fucking heroin.
Young
God,
piss.
fucking damn.
That's a woke fucking rapper right there. I think because we stopped to offer some commentary, we can actually watch some more of that, can't we?
Yeah, a little bit more. This sketch right here is pretty good. Big time movie actor.
Ah, looks like you took a wrong turn, you dumb fuck. Hi there, Machete Stallion. Hi there, all-American actor, sex icon, action star. I am an actor. Yes, I am. I am SAG certified. Strip clubs, I'm living the dream, baby. Sports cars, take a look at some of my great clips. This car does not look clean, and that's gonna cost you your life. Are you trying to tell me you pulled that rabbit out of your hat? This pasta's too hot. Am I supposed to eat hot pasta?
I'm supposed to eat hot pasta.
This whole channel is amazing. I found this a while back, and I shared it with Nick and a few people in the Discord. What it is it's a guy and his kid with a green screen doing the most psychedelic, like epilepsy-inspiring, fucking crazy edits possible in the style of like old school Tim and Eric. It is
it's channel
incredible.
101. Yeah, it's like pre-Adult Swim Eric Andre nightmares.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's incredible.
Brilliant.
Incredible.
It is actually. I actually like it a lot, and I think you have found your inspiration for the incel community right there.
Yeah.
That actually.
If you've got to be a hopeless, like, you know, self defeating hopeless virgin on the internet, you got to fill your time with memes and really bizarre, funny shit. Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
But I'm being serious here. I can guarantee you those guys are getting some action, and you know why? Because they're successful. And
That's right.
is, to you losers out here who are watching and are wondering why you're getting no action when these two guys are dancing in front of green screen and are just having pussy rain down on them from above, it's because they're successful.
Yeah, I would agree. I would totally agree, man. Like, and this is just like the format of how they do this is just incredible. It's low effort, low production quality, but like the way they edit it is. I like things that are very high contrast. I always have. So their editing requires a lot of attention, a lot of effort, but their visuals are this like low energy, like crap looking aesthetic. But there is a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, your pause game right here. I mean, like, you know, the pink windows in the buildings were individually made pink.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's beautiful stuff. I think it's also very funny. I watched some of it, and I thought they did a really good job. It's very inspiring.
They're incredible.
Real quick, hang on. Before you guys DMCA us, no, not you, Brad, but I'm speaking directly to Sad Clown. Move slow.
Sadworld.
Sadworld. I'm talking to Sadworld here. You guys just got you just got like Tony Robinson's own version of Yoda to give your channel an official endorsement. And if he has to say it again, he's probably going to charge one of us, and I'm broke. So I hope you enjoy the bump.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm willing to recognize success when I see it, and that is success.
Incels out there, if you're worried about getting the ladies, remember a lot of your friends will tell you to be funny, but the only reason you need to be funny is to run a successful YouTube channel.
That's right.
Hang on a second.
Okay. Let me get over to here to about right there. All right, check this out.
Nothing here. Drip, 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 drip.
My name's Cream, and this is Slime Tonight. We have our guest,
Piss! Whip, whip.
Young Piss, in the building. Rapper, visionary.
Yo, piss! Drip.
Mr. Piss.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for influencing masses of children to become huge pieces of shit.
Yo, Sprite!
Piss! You know how to get the ladies. What's your secret?
Yeah. I mean, I just crashed my third Rover. The Rover's probably sick to piss. And I got a new app dropping called Piss Life I've been working on a long time. Hottest spots to swallow and gulp down some piss.
So I don't want to sound weird. I don't want to sound, and we're done with the clip. We're done with the clip for tonight. But I don't want to sound weird, but I aspire to someday have the kind of relationship with my kid like this dude has with Young Piss, to make videos like this. This is amazing. This is amazing.
My kid's 10 and she wants to be a YouTuber, and I'm trying to convince her why it's a bad idea.
Run away.
So, Like, Dad, these kids are making fun of me. It's like, honey, you want to be a YouTuber? Yeah, you need to get used to that happening every day. Every day.
Because people.
Oh yeah.
People are always.
You can't have thin skin.
No, yeah, I know. Well,
people are always going to be jealous of success.
Exactly.
People are jealous of success, and you don't have to tell me that. Come on.
I know.
But not only that, when you throw good looks on top of success, then you got another layer to be jealous of. And then when you put good looks, confidence, the world's best smile on top of that, and you got people trying to claim they have a better smile than you, then you have all kinds of different things coming at you from different angles. Then you throw in my psychic abilities, and we haven't even touched the fact that I am a big wave legend. And a lot of people overlook that, and that's what really bothers me.
Synthwave, too. Yeah.
Synthwave as oh yeah.
Oof. Oof. God damn.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I for one, I mean, I know Jeff's got a different opinion. I for one, I feel a little strange when things are just coming at me in all directions. But I mean, Jeff's been to Burning Man a few times, so he's kind of gotten used to that.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean? What the fuck are you
Nothing.
trying to
Let's
say?
move on to the next segment, Jeff.
What the
It's fine.
fuck?
It's all fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. No
You
one's
can't
judging
talk shit
anybody
about
here.
Burning Man if you've never been. Jesus Christ,
No,
man.
I know. I've just never been, at the center of a bukkake party. The kind of thing I see. Never mind. Let's move on to the next segment.
You've
The
never
segments are
been
great.
in the center of a bukkake party?
You say that like it's something I should have experienced by now. Like it's like something they mail you with like packets of sample Tide in the mail, which they don't do anymore, and they don't send you the bukkake anymore either. So how would I have experienced that, Jeff? I've never been to Burning Man.
I've been to a convention with you. We shared a room. It seemed like you were the kind of guy who was very familiar with the
Listen,
bukkake
I
scene.
can't be held accountable for what happens after I pass out. Hashtag me too. But all I'm saying is that to my knowledge, I've never taken part in one.
All I know is.
Wait a minute.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm getting a premonition here.
Okay.
No, it's not the future. It's the past. It's the past. Yes, you have taken part in one.
Mm-hmm.
You have.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't remember it. It involved. Wait a minute. Now I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it here. You destroyed the videotape in a drunken rage, but it was the night. It was the night you realized that your life was all about squirrels. Do you remember that night?
You mean
Do you
Tuesday?
remember a night?
I mean, no, sure. I'm not saying it's short or long term vision. That's just I didn't know that happened that night. I mean, because I was spent the whole night thinking about squirrels, drinking Jameson, and then eventually I woke up at home. I figured everything went according to plan. Did it?
And it did.
Oh,
You should
Well, that's
probably
an
still get tested though, for sure. Especially after kill.
no, I'll go. I'll just skip the tests and go get a bunch of pool shock. It'll be fine.
Especially after Kilroy, you should probably get tested.
You're trying to fucking fuck. You're trying to fuck my VidCon game, aren't you?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I am not. No, I am not.
Fired.
All I
Brad,
know is
what are you doing next Sunday?
All I know is I went to a convention with you. I roomed with you. At one point, you passed out, and the girl who was really interested in you, she sexually assaulted me, and I didn't appreciate it. I did not appreciate it.
I had a stack full of condoms, and I left with far fewer than I showed up with. That's fine.
Yeah, well, you passed out, and I started making Cosby jokes like, "Oh, shoop-de-doop-a-doop-a-doop, I think she slipped him the fucking crazy pudding, oh, and shit." And you were still passed out, and I thought that was gonna be funny. But then she tried to sexually assault me because you were passed out, and I had to throw her in your room and be like, "Go fuck that drunk piece of shit," and I'm gonna go pass out on the couch. This is our relationship now. This is who we are.
I'm okay with that. No, I like how. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I mean, that very night, my assistant left, so I needed some kind of personal assistant. See, it's a hierarchy structure, much like the lobster. Out in nature, hierarchies develop, and yeah. See, look, I've incorporated Jordan Peterson jokes into a show with Brad Warcock while we were discussing my sex life. I think that's a pretty good show, Jeff.
God damn it! Brad's just like. Yeah.
I keep seeing something. I keep seeing something fly by in the background behind you, Jeff.
It's a fly.
It's a mind control game, Jeff. Come on.
There's a couple of flies in my garage here. That's probably what it is. It's either that or it's just it might be ghosts. It might be ghosts.
Yeah, after too many jokes about steaks and barbecue, PETA wrote a series of letters and YouTube threatened to kick us off if we didn't build an animal sanctuary. So when Jeff constructed this lovely set that we're all broadcasting from together, except you, Brad, because you're off in your alpha cave. We took in a whole flock, a whole family of endangered Oregon flies.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Great idea. And you didn't even put it in the tax form.
Let's move on to our cringe of the week. This is already spoiled for everybody because of the incredible psychic powers of Mr. Warcock. But we're going to be talking about teenagers' prom dress stirs furor in U.S. but not in China. So for anybody who has not been on the fucking internet for the past couple of weeks, there was a young lady who was 18. She decided for her prom she was going to wear. She's 18
dressed
years
like
old.
A box of egg rolls. She went out dressed like a box of egg rolls. Looked like her hands are hanging outside.
She looked amazing. She looked great. She looked very, very fancy.
Did I send you the wrong link?
No.
Shit.
No,
okay.
You sent me the right link.
Everybody knows about this story by now.
Very sweet young lady. Very, very sweet young lady. She wore this dress. But this is the cringe of the week because she shared this, and there was a young man, an Asian American man, who decided he was going to make the proud proclamation that this is not my culture. How dare you? You are colonializing my ideology, my culture. This is absolutely bullshit. So when this happened, when the furor reached Asia, though many seem to be scratching their heads, far from being critical of Mrs. Daum, who is not Chinese, many people in mainland China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan proclaimed her choice of the traditional high-neck dress as a victory for Chinese culture. I'm very proud to have our culture recognized by people in other countries, said someone called Snail Trail, commenting on a post of the Utah episode by a popular account on WeChat, the messaging and social media platform that has been read more than 100,000 times. It's ridiculous to criticize this as cultural appropriation, Zhao Yijun, a Hong Kong-based cultural commentator, said in a telephone interview. From the perspective of a Chinese person, if a foreign woman wears a qipao and thinks she looks pretty, then why shouldn't she wear it? So the big cringe of the week is the oversensitive notion in the West that we absolutely cannot share each other's cultures, that it is somehow an act of racism for us to embrace each other's way of living. When you actually go to those cultures, they're like, she looks great. She looks awesome. Good for her.
Well,
so that's our cringe.
You take a sexy, increasingly large-breasted Japanese girl and dress her up like a country chick in overalls and a little straw hat. Who is going to complain?
Not me.
No, not me.
I'm good.
I think that a lot of this has to do with the fact that this woman is good looking, and we've reported this over and over again. And I want to get it out there that good looking people are subject to a lot of criticism by jealous people who are not good looking. And I've seen a picture of this girl, and she is good looking. Now, had she looked like most of humanity, which is physically repulsive, then I think all these ugly people on Twitter would not have cared.
Do you think so? Like that? Like if she was like very drastically overweight and whatnot, people would just been like, "You go, girl."
No, they'd just be like, "That's the worst Chun-Li cosplay I've ever seen."
Oh.
Because remember, she had that.
You know, if she was overweight and someone said something bad about her, they would be complaining about body shaming. But us good-looking people,
right?
Us good-looking people are open to criticism 24/7. And why is that? Because most of humanity is jealous of us good-looking people. And the way they make themselves feel better is by making up stupid complaints on Twitter, which was, by the way, an American company that reached all the way to China, where they still use it, which
And
is
filtered.
not cultural and filtered. And we're not complaining about cultural appropriation. Why? Because they're not good-looking people who founded Twitter. I've seen those people. So no one cares. But had they been as good-looking as I am, there would be a lot of complaints with everything they do.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is problematic because it's run by ugly people. Brad Warcock, 2018.
And let me tell you, they're going to bump my channel because my Twitter feed is going to get all kinds of extra hits because of that. Because the people that run Twitter are going to try and shut it down like they've done many times before. But I'm honest.
That's
I've
right.
seen these people. They're not good looking.
That's why people are constantly criticizing Woah Vicky. She's just such a beautiful black woman, and the internet can't handle that.
Woah Vicky is the most woke black woman in
Blackest of wokest black
in
women, I
Zone
would
6.
say.
That's for sure, man.
In
For
Zone
sure.
6, yep.
Yep,
I mean, I
that's
saw
right.
I saw her beat the shit out of that parking garage, and I don't want to fuck with her.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Hmm.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
she's
so Twitter,
incredible.
yeah, you know what, Jack, you know, he's fun and all, but you know, maybe instead of somebody who knows how to ruin a social media platform, you ought to hire somebody who's got a square jawline. Yeah,
Man,
maybe,
that death shot just fucked my whole world up.
I know. Shame if people gave us $150 more.
Oh, go ahead, please, go for it.
I don't want to monopolize the show here. I don't know. Actually, I do.
No,
I kind of like to monopolize the show.
You
But,
are
I was
the show at
talking
this
with
point.
Chris Hemsworth. You know, Chris Hemsworth often comes to me because he's one of the few people out there who knows that I can sympathize with how hard it is to be as good looking as he is. And Chris is subject to a lot of criticism as well for appropriating Norse culture. You know, he's Australian.
Right.
Which is, how far is that from Norway?
10 or so miles, I think.
I think that's probably like on the opposite ends
so
of the
it's a-
fucking planet, honestly.
It's like a half hour. Well, I mean, the whole thing's flat, so it's like a half-hour jog if you know the right way.
So, yeah, a lot of people are upset that he's appropriating Norse culture. Not only that, the religion of the Norse people.
Right.
And guess what? The dude who plays Spider-Man, who's got no abs, no one's complaining about him taking away the culture of the arachnids. And it's just...
Very good point.
It's just another example of how good-looking people are subject to an amount of criticism that most of you ugly, disgusting, repulsive, average or below average human beings will never understand.
In fact,
and it's not because of how we think or what we say or how we talk to people. It's because of who we are. Our good looks are intimidating.
That's I can see that. I feel like at this point you could almost make a cultural movement on how being good looking is actually oppressive.
It's, you know, they tried to actually make like a film to advance that cause. It was called Zoolander, but then the studios took over and made it a spy film. But I mean,
right?
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because they buried it. It's fucking Zoolander was a great documentary. I mean, have you ever tried turning left? It's difficult. I mean, everybody thinks they know how until they try. That's all I'm saying. But to bring it back to Spider-Man, no, I agree. People who are good looking do get a lot of hate. You might have seen that meme actually, because those shots from Captain Marvel have come out recently, the new Marvel movie. I didn't know they'd make any more myself, but yeah, Captain Marvel, and they compare that. Yeah, I know they compare that to that underage boy who's playing Spider-Man, and they're showing who's got the thicker booty. Yeah, Spider-Man's got a thicker booty there. Yeah, no abs, right? But you know, he's a young lad. He's been doing his squats clearly, and Captain Marvel apparently needs to get back on that squat game.
All right, so at about this time, Mr. Warcock, Guru Warcock, do you have any parting words of wisdom that you would like to impart on the YouTube Saints community before we wrap this up tonight?
Well, I think it goes in theme with what we've been talking about, which is you cannot be attractive without competence. To look better, destroy other people's confidence. And I will leave you with that thought, because there's more to it than it seems at first.
Indeed. Indeed.
But not more to it than meets the eye. Always let it meet the eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been your YouTube Saints. Make sure and check us out every single week without motherfucking fail. We have never missed one so fucking far. Every Sunday night, 7:30 Pacific right time, Eastern bullshit time, 10:30, blah, blah, blah. Check out also on Thursdays on the Twitch channel for the Midweek Saints. Other than that, what do you have else to say to the people there, Nick?
Oh, we got one more important thing, because I mean, this is, after all, like, we keep forgetting with these, multiple, like, 24 platforms we juggle and all these successful booking arrangements we have, that we're on YouTube
We're
here.
very
so
successful.
Being that we're on YouTube, hey guys, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And honestly, don't forget to subscribe, because, like, it's been a year. We should be over 10K by now.
And we're not.
I thought you were gonna say, and we're out. Like, oh, that's the end of the joke. Good.
No. But once again, huge thanks to the legend, the man, Brad Warcock. Thank you so much for joining us. We have been your YouTube Saints. Everybody have a fucking fantastic evening. We love you. We love you. You are the best. Go fuck yourself. Good night, everybody.
Good night.